Well, I would like to once again thank everybody for coming out. This is very, very early in the process. I think Mr. Byler is exactly right. We don't know what the revenues are, we don't know what the expenses are, and that's really how the process works. You sit down, and Ms. Wetzel gave us a timeline as we get the expenses, then we go through the expenses to see what's available, what can we cut, where do we have items that we need to discuss. The revenue is something that I think this board has been very proactive on. Revenue is something that helps us all. By growing the county, and we had a great announcement today with McQuay, as we get new jobs, as business either expand or we get new businesses that aren't here now. That's revenue that helps us pay for fire and rescue, helps us pay for sheriffs, helps us pay for schools, and it's not stuff, revenue that comes from the residential taxes. So that, and I think this board is behind that 100%. So, and I think Richmond is coming around that we want to help bring new businesses here, and they're supportive of it. Secretary Chang, he was here today, and he told me that personally. So I told him I look forward to him coming back soon. One comment I will make on schools is I think they do a great job. I think we have a great system. I think that everything's not perfect, but I think a lot of it is mandates that come from Richmond. Many of them unfunded. They put restrictions on our school systems on what they have to do. And don't help us with the funding to do that. One thing I heard a lot tonight was federal government. Federal government says, taxes are too high, they waste money. I agree 100%. I think they are. I think those guys up there have lost touch with how we're living. I agree with Mr. Piles that I think Richmond, I think to a large extent they've lost touch. That they need to hear from us. And someone said that we should be contacting them. We have. We just made a trip down there to tell them, make sure they keep in mind where they came from and who put them in office. But truly, hearing from you all, their emails are all on the website. Contact them and let them know what you're thinking. But from a local standpoint, I think most of the services that you receive from government are local services. Fire and rescue, protection. We're going through a big thing with when people need services, making sure that they get the services they need, and we need revenue to make sure that we can provide those services. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and we'll have discussions about capital and recurring revenue versus fixed revenue. The schools, I think Mr. Powell's right. I think there's probably another school that, with the current population, that the schools could maybe do something to sort of fill up, and that frees up operating money. But on the other side, there's some schools that are almost 40 years old that have the original electrical service panels and stuff that burned at Castle. So to say, well, we can't spend money on the schools, you just can't do that. When you have 20, 21 schools, if you're not working, we bond out the repairs over 20 years. So if you're not constantly working on something, then you get yourself in a real problem. I know that none of the kids at Verona, the parents that have kids at Verona would want to see, a concern about the safety of their kids. Same thing with, we've got a number of schools that have those 40-year-old electrical panels. So, there are needs that have to be addressed if they're going to, provide the education for the kids. So, but it really is early in the process, and hearing from you all, I think I can tell you without a doubt that this board is open-minded. I think every one of us look at things individually. We agree on different things, and different ones of us agree on different issues. So it's, I think that I can tell you that as we go through the process, that we will look at the expenses and the revenue and truly try and come up with what we as a board collectively feel is best for Augusta County. With that said, I think I appreciate everybody coming out, and you're welcome back anytime you want to come. So.